From no one really knowing who she was, as far
Right.
as people that follow the game even casually, she's had a lot of network primetime coverage.
Exactly.
Kaylee Tardy, you know the name now if you didn't. That's for sure.
Well, Corpuz and Hataoka were tied as they started the back nine here on Sunday. Corpuz now has a 6-shot advantage over Hataoka and a 4-shot lead here in the US Women's Open with 2 holes to play.
Tom, the conditions have just become so much more benign. Yesterday at this time, the wind was howling. It was at least a 2+ club win, and I think these quiet conditions have just helped her control her golf ball. Five iron in hand.
Just needs to sit down. It's going to creep through into the rough at the back, but it's not the worst spot to be. And we'll go to 18.
And for that beautiful second shot from the bunker, G.A. Schindler 114 in a solo third position right now. And a chance to get up there in that tie for second with Hall. 17.
And Hataoka on the tee.
Going with 1 club less after seeing that ball hit and go through 6 iron.
Got to carry it far enough. Which she does. Oh, I've seen plenty of tee shots go back to that point on 17 today. But while we have a moment, down to Cara Banks.
Alongside Charlie Hull after that epic Sunday 66 at Pebble Beach. Charlie, you said yesterday that the views out here at Pebble Beach have really helped you focus this week. Something certainly clicked today. What was it?
Yeah, definitely. Like, I just got off to a fast start. I haven't been nervous at all this week. I think because I've been so focused. I've been really working on my game hard, and today it just all clicked.
We enjoyed listening to your commentary throughout the round. You told us how pumped up you were on 17. On 18, you said shy kids don't get sweet. Switch to the Americans is candy. How aware were you of where you stood throughout this final round?
I kept looking at the lead. I don't really look where I am. I was just looking, and I was climbing up there. And then the last hole, I didn't realise she was on 10, but I knew I had to make an eagle or something. So I hit a great drive, and I was just behind that tree, but I still had room to hit my freeward. And I said, yeah, shy kids don't get sweet, so I might as well go for the green. And I hit a great bullet freeward. Just come up a bit short in that bunker, then hit a draw out the bunker with my sand wedge because I had to get it up there, and I thought I had the putt, but it just died on me.
So close, but wonderful aggressive play. Well played. Who knows what will happen, but a good going. Good job, Charlie.
Exactly. Thank you.
We'll get back to the golf.
Final pairing making their way up the 17th. And Alison Corpuz better not wake up because she is in dreamland at the moment. The first time that we've seen her with a bit of emotion. And Morgan, a case of staying focused here. The job is not done yet.
It's easy to let your mind wander and get too far ahead, think about what it all means, but she's got a few daunting shots left upcoming. Think about that tee shot at 18, one of the most famous in the world. But we have seen some crazy things happen on 17 in the past, Tom, from a similar location.
Yeah, Watson hold it from just further around towards the water. And if this goes in, maybe Alison will have her own plaque here at the 17th.
She certainly would have liked to be at the back of the green and be putting. Her ball just creeping into the primary rough, and it's not a good lie. Downhill lie with a bunch of grass right behind the ball.
This is something that she talked about, Kay, adding some new shots around the green with her coach, Craig Chapman. And she said it after the round yesterday. That's really helped her this week.
It made her much more multi-dimensional.
She's 4 of 6 scrambling today, up and downs.
Oh, it looks terrific. Wow, what a good try. And she'll have that left for a par, maybe a little heavy-handed, but she can make that. She will have a 4-shot lead standing on the 72nd tee. If it misses, likely to be a 3-shot lead. And we will go up to the 18th.
And Jie Shin trying to get into a tie for second with Hull at 6 under. Good effort by Jie Shin. Again, not playing out here on the LPGA Tour for all these years. And Jie said earlier in the championship, this is sad because it's the final round that I get to play here at Pebble Beach. Called this place her dream course. Felt right at home here on the links of Pebble. You talked about the tragedy in her personal life earlier, Morgan. She recently lost her grandmother, and she shared that with the media here earlier. She won a tournament a couple of weeks ago in Japan, saying that her grandmother came to her in her dreams. She says, I can feel her holding my hand out here. And Jie Shin certainly played some inspired golf today. And not bad for someone playing their first women's major in 4 years. 35-year-old Jie Shin, who feels more at home back home. Japan, South Korea, now back at 17.
And Nasa Hataoka has already played. She has just a short putt left for her par, but Corpuz has this one for her 3.
And you bet she's going to give all the time on this and go through her normal routine. Golfers are trained to play through the finish line, not futurize and not think of the past.
Just ran out of speed. So it's going to be a bogey, her first bogey since the 9th. It's still a 3-shot lead, heading to one of the most famous spots in the world of golf, trying to win the US Women's Open.
Hey, Ron, you finishing up in a magnificent week for her. Was one off the lead on Thursday. Just didn't have enough firepower to finish this off. 74 final round for Hye-Ron Yu, 34th ranked player in the world. And as you can see, all of them coming off this 72nd hole just after a magnificent experience at Pebble Beach. Most of them here for the very first time back at 17.
Hataoka for her par. And disappointment continues. I didn't see this coming, Morgan. I thought she would really put on a good challenge today, and it just hasn't been the case on this back 9. It's going to be her 4th bogey.
I feel like she did for the majority of the day. Just looks a bit tired, this back 9.
Bailey Tardy coming home, 3rd par 5. She is a birdie away from getting into that tie for fourth right now. And who knows how Hataoka is going to finish up. So Tardy in line for the best finish by far of her career.
Just a little bit of cleanup here for Hataoka, but yeah, surprising.
And Nasa's been close in the past, lost in the playoff. Not far up the road at the Olympic Club a couple years ago, but she says this is her goal, to win a major. You just never know how many chances you're going to have. And this is going to be definitely a disappointing day for Nasa.
Now Corpuz with a 3-shot lead. What kind of strategy would you draw up here, Morgan, if you had a 3-shot lead?
Well, she's going with driver. I would do.
You like that?
I would do what you've done in the past, what you've done the first 3 days. You've had a game plan. The driver potentially could get her just about even with that tree, which does widen the fairway, as long as you're not directly behind the tree trunk. She looks pretty confident in this decision, Kay.
She does, repeating her routine from the last 3 days, like you said.
She's got to stay in her bubble right here. Just block everything else out. Focus on the target.
Beauty. A low wind cheater. Really controlled that nicely.
Is this impressive or what?
Under that pressure, took it on the tight side of the tree, where all the danger that could bring a big number into play is on the left. What a shot. Cool. I mean, cool as a cucumber out there right now.
Breaks out in a smile. Seems to be enjoying this one on that hallowed piece of real estate. We saw Jack sitting on the railing out there and all the great things that have happened in the past in 6 previous U.S. men's opens here. Corpuz is getting closer to this incredibly historic victory.
Solidly struck right of the cypress.
And you have to think that with that sigh of relief and little smirk from Allison on that tee, almost breathing a sigh of relief. That was the last really dangerous shot she had to play here.
Now she takes that enjoyable stroll up toward the green where Tardy is for birdie, to try to post 4 under. A little work left coming back. Nonetheless, you know it's going to be a Tardy party out here at Pebble Beach, because that's what Bailey's all about, right? Enjoying the ride and enjoying what is going to be her best finish in her young career out here. Put herself on the radar on the LPGA Tour indeed with this incredible performance this week. Didn't go the way she wanted it over the weekend, but had the 36-hole lead, and now Corpuz takes one of the most famous strolls in the game, and with a 3-shot lead, knowing that a double bogey will even put it away, it's got to be a great feeling. Up toward the green, this is Kim for birdie. Had it to 5 under early in the round, just couldn't get it past that number. Picked up 3 bogeys since to drift back to 2 under. But she finishes off a great week as well in the 6th position. But again, everybody just kind of parted the path for Corpuz here. Just not able, other than Hull and Shin, those closest contenders, never really able to put away the kind of day that would give Corpuz some pressure.
Allison there controlling the pace of her walk, something she's been talking about doing all week under this pressure.
And if you've been with us through the week with Tardy, it's just crazy that she was even here. She signed up the last 15 minutes just to play the qualifier, 36-hole qualifier. She had to fly from Georgia to Minnesota. I mean, that's the way Bailey is. I mean, it's just not life or death, this game. And when she does get out here and compete, she is a fierce competitor, but not like a lot of the rest of the players out here on the men's or women's tour. It's not everything for her. But she showed us plenty this week, that's for sure. And we all enjoyed her, that is for sure. That incredible start. Only one in the field to start with 2 rounds in the 60s. And you bet put herself on the map. Two-way tie for 4th place today is 482,136. And what was it, Tom? You said the most she's ever made in an LPGA Tour event?
30,000 when she won on the Epson Tour.
That's a nice week at Pebble.
Looks like Allison's going to go ahead and play. Technically, she's not away, but she's ready to hit. She is fully focused. I'm sure she's going to try to hit this further right than she did yesterday. Does not want any part of that bunker on the left. Aiming out to
good shot there.
Towards that mushroom tree that Bailey Tardy called it.
Well done.
It's just about time right now, Dan, for Allison to enjoy this walk, where she can take a deep breath.
Yes, right left, little hurt.
Good solid strike there down the right center.
And it looks like it has begun to sink in. And in large part, the only other Pebble Beach kind of experience that most of these players had was watching the men play, watching Jack Nicklaus put away a win back in '72, Tom Watson 82. Tom Kite, 92, getting his major championship late in his career. And then Graham McDowell and Gary Woodland, the last 2 U.S. Men's Opens. And now Corpus moments away from putting away this one in the history books and joining all those greats. Did I leave out Tiger in 2000? In the 15-shot win?
Yeah, it's just time because she needs one more good full swing here. Put this on the green. I mean, just look, no quickness to this walk, no speed. That's what she's talked about with her coach, Bill Nelson, just controlling what you can control out on the golf course, and the tendency is under pressure for everything to get quick. She has stayed so in control all day. It is not easy to play in the final group 2 days in a row. It's a lot of mental exertion and pressure as well, not just physical, and she has just stayed so steady. Nothing has ever changed, not the rhythm of her golf swing, not the pace of her walk, and it's just been something special to watch.
Built her young career through USGA championships, and we mentioned the link to Michelle Wie West, the only player from Hawaii to win a men's or women's major championship when she won this championship 9 years ago at Pinehurst.
And those flags up there on that rooftop are just straight off the right. I mean,
what's that false?
+8 is comfortably past it, so you got 87.
What do you like?
I kind of like the 54. I just like its full swing, right of the flag, let it take a bounce. Push from there. It might, but even if it does come down off that false front, yeah, you're just putting up the hill. More good swing here.
Corpuz's caddy, Jay Monahan, you see there, his wife, Jennifer Kupcho, won the 2022 Chevron Championship last year. Now his player. Looks like she's a major winner as well here. Stick one in there close to really enjoy the walk up.
Just completely unflappable today. Any kind of adversity, a couple of bogeys on the card, but nothing deterred her will and her intensity out there on the golf course today. What a shot.
Hataoka from just 69 yards with her third.
See if she can hit one in close there with a lob wedge.
You know, coming into this championship, we really weren't sure how it was going to play for the women. Who would be the type of player that could win with the pressure in the first U.S. Women's Open here. And in the end, it's going to be Corpuz, who is going to be the 20th different major champion in the last 21 women's majors.
And I think back, Dan, to the close calls that she's had this year alone at the Chevron Championship, how much she learned from that experience. It had to be frustrating for her to have a rough Sunday, but man, was she able to put everything that she learned on full display this weekend.
And about ready to be the fourth player in the last 5 years to make this championship their very first LPGA win. And from Hawaii would be the first American champion in this championship in 7 years since Brittany Lang 7 years ago. And what a place to do it, not only because of what it means for the first championship being staged here at the U.S. Women's Open. This is the closest, Pebble Beach, the closest the U.S. Women's Open has ever been played to her home state of Hawaii, which is about 2,400 miles away, Honolulu. So it's all lined up pretty perfectly for Corpuz. Who grew up around the ocean, says she felt right at home when she got here to the links of Pebble. Hataoka for one last birdie here to get it to 4 under. And make it a solo fourth. And really, when you think statistically about what this championship, how this championship was won by Corpuz, it obviously brilliant ball striking, but putting the putter in line today with all those early makes, those one putts early from 5 feet at 1, 11 feet at 2, 12 feet at 3, when really she didn't make very many long putts previous to this day. But it's helped her put herself in this position for one final birdie here to make it a double-digit under par U.S. Women's Open week. And it's Allisen Corpuz who indeed emerges as the very first champion in the U.S. Women's Open at Pebble Beach.
Hang in there.
Oh my God, I'm so proud of you. Take that. Take that in for a minute. I'll get it. I'll get it. Let's go triple check that scorecard.
Well, there are breakthrough wins, and there's this win, which just stands so much apart from another breakthrough win that would occur at another championship or at another place. But this is Pebble Beach in the first U.S. Women's Open. It belongs to Allisen Corpuz, who put on a steady, nerveless kind of day when the others weren't able to keep pace. Three in a round of 69 for Corpuz to put herself in the record books forever. There are 3 more U.S. Women's Open championships headed here to Pebble Beach, but there's only one opportunity to be the first, and Corpuz has done it. Charley Hull, Jie Shin tie for second, 3 back.